So a couple of days ago, I saw that news broke out from the British Broadcasting Corporation (BBC) that they have seemingly vindicated Bola Ahmed Tinubu of any forgery allegation. In fact, the news headline was that no evidence in the forgery allegation against President Tinubu, and everybody went gaga. Actually, the Tinubu camp, they were so excited. They shared the news. The same people that said that the deposition or whatever was found out in Chicago had nothing on them. They had moved on. The president is not concerned and all that. But the celebration showed that indeed the severe irreparable damage was heavy. And then I had decided to let it slide, so to speak. But again, I had to do this morning because it's looking like Nigerians do not understand, or maybe we underestimate the criminal entity or the criminal control, or the there's a word for it actually. We less maybe we under thinks that this is something that is just today, yesterday, tomorrow. There is a powerful cabal that controls the affairs of this country, and they know who they can bend, who they can turn and twist and all that. So if they find somebody in that order, they know what to do to protecting their own interest. And so what the BBC reported, it's not the first time. Remember when Bola Ahmed Tinubu refused to sit before any newscaster, news anchor, presenter, host in this country? The only place he had an interview was in the BBC. And then we had all that analysis about that video. That's the first time we see somebody appear in an interview and there was teleprompter. There were shades of light all around it. It was teleprompted. The questions were gagged. It was and carefully edited. They couldn't even allow him live. Tinubu went to the US a couple of days ago and we were told that CNN wanted to interview, but he ran. So let's when they underestimate these things, right? Now they underestimate this. So watch this video, right? It's Atiku's response to that unfortunate statement from the BBC, and I'm really proud. And I'm doing this currently for posterity's sake. We would continue to document all what has happened in this country, and in years to come, we will fall back to say, look at what I said, look at what was said, look at what we did, and all that, because the people in charge of this criminal entity will not let go. Watch this video and share this video. I'll catch you later.
Are you worried that the BBC report and those who are of the view that whatever the pursuit of Atiku Abubakar could be nullity, because the BBC report has stated that in truth, Bola Tinubu attended Chicago State University?
You see, Seun, let me tell you something. When they call it the BBC report, I laugh at maybe their level of pedestrianism. The global disinformation team of the BBC, the young people, the three young people who wrote that report are not even in the employment of the BBC. The global disinformation team is like a fact-checking team. And when you are fact-checkers, obviously, most organizations outsource them. Let me take one of them, one of the authors of that report, for instance, Olaronke Alo. Olaronke Alo, as far back as 2019, was a producer and presenter on TVC, owned by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. She was running the program up till 2019. So you see, we can tell you, you don't need the services of a clairvoyant or a witch doctor to hazard a guess as to how the stories were put together. In that report, the first paragraph of that report, first or second paragraph will tell you that they got a copy, certified true copy of that deposition from Phrank Shaibu. In the first place, no journalist will tell you his source of information. But we don't mind because it's not a secret document. It was a public document. They asked for it. One of their reporters asked me for the document. I sent it to her. Then in the report, towards the end of the report, the same report now claimed that when they tried to reach the Atiku media team, we did not respond. This we have taken up with the top management, and we have written a petition to the BBC because they have allowed their platform to be used for a hatchet job like this. It is preposterous. It is unacceptable.
You think that
it is reckless.
the highest office in the BBC is not aware about the commissioning of such a story?
No, we do with profound respect. They were in shock too, because I told them, I said, look at the report. It is jaundiced. Jaundiced because if you claim in the report that I gave you the documents and you are aware that I speak for former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, you did, if you could acknowledge the fact that I gave you the report, and at no time, either by email or telephone, when you needed the report, a copy of the deposition, you had access to my email, you had access to my phones. And when I gave you the document, and you now needed to get back to us to give our side of the story, you claimed in the report that you didn't have access to us. And when we queried that, did you call me? Did you send me an email? Did you send to Mazi Paul Ibe, who is the head of the Atiku media office? The answer was no. And they mentioned one obscure name that we have never heard before in the Atiku media office. So what it means is that if I took you first off to Olaronke Alo, who was a former presenter, producer with TVC. TVC is owned by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So if my people will tell you that, look, if a bicycle passed through this road and you are seeing a corpse by this roadside, who killed the person? It's possible. You don't need a witch doctor to tell you that it is a hatchet job.
So you, because of the history, of the work history of one of the team members of the BBC, you are saying that that report cannot be tenable as far as you are concerned.
No, Sheon, I'll give you other reasons. I just gave you just
because the submission, the inferences on their submission shows to that based on the document that are available to them, that Mr. Bola Tinubu had actually finished from Chicago State University.
We did not. Let me even educate Nigerians. Atiku Abubakar did not go to Chicago University to ask whether Bola Ahmed Tinubu attended or finished from Chicago State University. That is the mistake most people make. And it's unfortunate. What's our business if he attended Chicago State University? What's Atiku's business if he graduated from there? That's not our business. We have people who pay school fees, who get admission and go to university, and they go there to sell ewa going and agege bread. That's his business. If he graduated or he did not graduate, it's not our business. What we went there for was one single thing. He submitted a certificate to the Independent National Electoral Commission for the 2023 election. And when our lawyers, one of our lawyers, based on subpoena, wrote to the university, said, look, we need a copy of this man's certificate. They obliged him a copy. And the copy of that certificate was completely different from what Mr. Tinubu submitted to INEC. We became curious. If this certificate you gave to me, you gave to our lawyer, was dated, in that certificate they gave to our lawyer on subpoena. Mr. Nauro, it was on that certificate, it was clearly written there that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bola A. Tinubu, not even Ahmed, graduated from the university on the 27th of June, 1979. Meanwhile, the one Mr. Tinubu submitted to INEC said he graduated from the university on the 22nd of June, 1979. How can one man have two dates of graduation? So we are aware that, hold on, Chion. We are aware that, okay, he has multiple dates of birth. Some of his documents show that he was born in 1950, some 52, some 54, and some 55. We became curious. I would say, okay, look, Chicago State University, please come clean. We want to have access to this man's records. He got admission into the university according to his records, and he graduated from this university. We don't have a problem. We want you to come under oath to tell us if you issued this certificate to him, the one he submitted to INEC. That was what took us to Chicago. And they came under oath. They did not issue the certificate under oath. The copies of the deposition are public documents. Now, hold on.
Frank, no. Yes, hold on. Let me ask you the question.
Yes, go ahead.
So I'd like to ask you, you are the owner of that iPad, isn't it?
Yes.
Is it possible for you to steal what belongs to you?
Oh, it is possible. It is possible. No, not what belongs to you. It is possible to steal.
So I'm asking, just remember, hold on, let me ask my question.
Go ahead.
And the question I'm asking is that if you own something, if you graduate, Is it possible if you attended the school for you to forge your own graduation?
I will tell you.
All the evidence of it.
No, I will tell you. Let me ask you, I will respond to you with a question. Did Mesoma Ejike not write the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board exams? Did she not write that examination? She did. But she went to a third-party agent, a CBT center, to produce a result. Was that result tenable? The JAM, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, not ban Mesoma from writing JAM for the next 2-3 years? Before Nigerians intervene, I think they've reduced it to 1 year. Did she not write the exams? So why didn't she wait to use that result? The issue is this. It is not my duty to go into the details of that matter. Let me even tell you something. The BBC reports, if they claim they were fact checkers, what they would have done simply to prove to us that they were really fact checkers, the date of graduation and the date Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu collected that certificate should have been one result that they would have given to Nigerians that would have stunned us. Don't forget too that Mr. Bola A. Tinubu told the world in Chatham House in United Kingdom, where the BBC is domiciled, that thank God I have gotten a replacement certificate from my university. He told the world, it's on tape. You use that tape on this station. And the university said, look, we don't have any record asking this man, asking the university to give him a replacement certificate. Don't forget too that this same matter came up in 1998-99 in court. And it reminds me of the Yoruba song, Eni jale lekon. Tobada arobori, ashole lo dabora. Are you with me? If you translate that into the English language,
it's almost impossible to translate.
No, I'll tell you.
Because you know the reason is you just bastardize the Yoruba language.
I didn't bastardize the show. You know what I'm talking about. No, I
have an idea of what you're talking about.
You have an idea of what I'm talking about.
You did a very bad job of saying.
Yes, because I don't speak the Yoruba language. I'm an Igala man.
Yes,
you understand me?
I know.
But because I live in Lagos, yes, because you see, if in 1998-99, in his records that he submitted to INEC, the man said he went to Government College Ibadan. He even went to University of Chicago where he got a BSc Economics. He now later had what you call BSc Business and Administration from Chicago State University. 2 different degrees from 2 universities in Chicago. He lost Chicago so much. Not a problem. Today, he has removed and expunged University of Chicago from his records. He has expunged Government College Ibadan because there was an outcry at that time that, look, you were not our student. Students who graduated that year came out in their torrents and said, no, you were not our student. When these records were released from Chicago State University, we discovered that in the form he filled, the Bola A. Tinubu field, I don't know if it's President Bola Tinubu, but in that form, the person said, which he said is his records, the person said that he attended Government College Lagos this time, not Government College Ibadan, and that he graduated from the school in 1970. And the school was established in 1974.